You have to really like problem solving. So that is the main thing I still do on a daily basis is we're given an issue, how can we fix it, how can we make this work? It's great if you start with strength in maths, and that can lead to a lot of fields. But that desire to create, to understand how something it works and then improve it.
First year will be challenging in any engineering course in science and maths. But beyond that, you can start to structure your degrees, certainly in my field, in the environmental field. I moved away from a heavy maths and physics base. I could have done that, but it wasn't my strong point. It wasn't what I was particularly interested in. So certainly part of my job is quite hands-on when I'm doing field-based work. So doing, say, supervision of drilling or soil sampling or groundwater sampling. But it's been, for me, and this changes graduate to graduate, but I've probably been about 50-50 office-based work and field-based work. And then in that office-based work, what I've really started to enjoy is developing investigations and running teams.
At the moment I'm working in Telstra, so I'm part of the graduate program, so they have 3 6-month placements in different areas. My first rotation was in wireless network engineering, so there we did mainly work with computers, so we were looking at the performance of different nodes in the wireless network. So we use that mainly for capacity planning, so for example if there are a lot of kind of dead spots in regional areas, we know that we need to put out some more nodes in that area, for example. So it was a lot more kind of programming work, I suppose, and a lot more analysis.
Well, I've had some time to adjust to it. So I did 4 years at university in male-dominated field, and now I've been working for, over 7 years. So I'm the only female engineer at my company. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem working with the guys. They show a lot of respect, but you could definitely use more women. They bring a different view of problem solving, and when those kind of personalities get together, you can form really innovative solutions.
You do have to step back from realising that you've been around a male-dominated field to realise what you're in. There's certainly a fair amount of female engineers and scientists at the level that I'm at, but you do see them dropping off later in their careers. But I'm really curious to see what will happen over, say, the next 10 years when my generation at my company goes up and starts to move into those leadership positions. And that point that you touched on is so true. When you get women and men together, you do get a different dynamic. Sure. Of course, there's differences between each female and each male, but I would say that we do bring something different to the table. It's
all about the different styles and being able to bring in different people with different experiences, different backgrounds into a team always helps you create a better solution because you're taking into account all ranges of different aspects, I suppose. So in my original team, I was probably the only female engineer there. We had about a team of 12 or so, and there was one other woman in the team, but she was a project manager. So it was good kind of having her there, and we could bounce ideas off each other and just brought that different dynamic, I suppose, that we didn't originally have. But in my current team, my supervisor is a woman as well as my general manager. And I found that, her different style kind of creates this different atmosphere in the team, and it's really beneficial, and a lot of people look up to her and appreciate her different way of viewing things and handling different situations. So I think, it's good having that kind of balance. And in an area such as engineering where there wasn't so much of that before, I think it's good to be able to kind of introduce that, and I'm always encouraging more girls to take up engineering. I think it's a great area and definitely a lot of opportunities. So.